The Smart Mice of Cakewalk Bakery. The Cakewalk Bakery was a popular bakery in a busy market. Early every morning, the baker and his assistant would start preparations for whipping up all the delicious goodies that people so loved. Very soon, the shelves of the Cakewalk Bakery would be full of fresh cakes, muffins, buns, and biscuits of all kinds. People passing the shop would get the most wonderful smell of freshly baked food, and they would come in to buy something or the other. Now, in a storage room behind the bakery were shelves lined with sacks of flour, bags of sugar, and several other things that the baker needed. Behind one such shelf was a small hole in the wall behind which lived a colony of mice. They would come out at night to feast on the fallen flour, grains of sugar, raisins or walnuts, or crumbs of all kinds in the shop. They had enough to eat and they lived there happily. One day, a hungry cat was passing by in the lane behind the bakery. She got a whiff of the most wonderful smell and looked up to see a broken window pane. She leapt up and went through it to land on a shelf in the storage room. It was still a bit dark, but she managed to see a mouse scurrying past. In an instant, she had caught it. The poor mouse squeaked once, but the cat gobbled it up. The other mice ran helter-skelter and managed to hide. This became a regular affair. The cat would leap in from the window suddenly and catch a mouse or two before disappearing. The mice were very scared of these sudden attacks and decided to find a solution to this huge problem. They all gathered behind one of the shelves. The oldest among them stood up and cleared his throat. We have gathered here to think of how we can get rid of this cat. We can't get rid of the cat. She's too big and we are helpless, moaned a mouse. But there has to be a way out, said Flex, who was the youngest among them. Shh, said his mother. Great-great-great-grandpa had thought of putting a bell around the cat's neck so that we could hear it and know when the cat was coming. A bell? Squealed Flex. That's a great idea. Everybody laughed at this. They had all heard that story. No, it's a stupid idea. Nobody is brave enough to bell the cat. We could do it differently, said Flex. What do you mean? Don't be foolish. It can't be done. All the adult mice started speaking at the same time. Please hear me out, said Flex. The bell was to warn us by making a sound. This cat comes in from the broken window. We have to put something there which makes a sound when she comes in so that we are warned and can hide, he said, panting excitedly. Everyone thought about it for some time. I could bring a spoon from the shop, said one mouse. I can bring some string from a sack, said another. Suddenly there was much excitement as everyone scampered about to get these things. They tied one end of a spoon in the center of the string. Then they tied the string across the broken pane. Now anyone moving in or out from there would cause the dangling spoon to hit against the glass below the broken window and make a sound. They tested it a few times and then waited for the cat's visit. The next time the cat jumped through, the spoon hit the glass, making a sound loud enough to warn the mice who darted to the hole in the wall where they were safe. Not finding any mice, the cat went away disappointed. "Hooray!" shouted the mice, coming out and high-fiving each other. "We are safe now!" And they were right. Not finding the mice there on a few visits, the cat thought the mice had gone to live somewhere else. And so she stopped coming there. The mice still continued to live happily in the Cakewalk Bakery, eating delicious fallen crumbs. I hope you enjoyed listening to the story about the clever mice. Now here are a few questions for you to ponder upon. What do you think would have eventually happened if the mice had not found a solution to their problem? Do you think Flex could have managed to solve the problem alone if the others hadn't agreed with him? Do you know another story where a smaller animal has outsmarted a bigger one